One of the most critical performance upgrades you can do to your 4x4 is upgrading it with a quality set of tires and wheels. While we've enjoyed this 37 by 1250 Nitto Ridge Grappler for quite some time, we've wanted to get more off-road performance out of it by being able to drop it into single-digit tire range off-road. So what we've done today is actually paired it with a 17-inch KMC Machete beadlock. Now what this Machete beadlock is a two-piece wheel, and what it does, it sandwiches the outside of the bead between the wheel and this outer ring. Before you mount the tire, be sure to install not one but two valve stems. This is a unique feature that the Machete has, and one we really like. The advantage of having two valve stems over one is that you can use one to actually deflate the tire while the other monitors the actual pressure. The first step to installing our 37-inch tall Nitto Ridge Grapplers was to mount the base of the wheel onto the tire machine. Using a little muscle, we set the inner bead and then move to the outer bead, which will be sandwiched between the ring. This needs to be flat and even around the wheel, and sometimes will take a little bit of work to get set in just right. Once you have the tire set into the outer groove, you can start by bolting the ring down. We recommend using anti-seize on all of the bolts and tightening in a cross pattern to ensure it pulls down evenly. Once you've tightened the bolts by hand, use a torque wrench set to 24 foot-pounds and work your way around the wheel. Fit with 3.5 inches of back spacing, the 17 by 9 Machete wheels are configured nicely to not interfere with any of the Jeep suspension components. This offset also helps to widen the stance of the Jeep, making for a more stable footprint on the trail. While we have plenty of experience with the Ridge Grappler in the teens off-road, getting them into the single digits is an absolute game changer. For general trail wheeling, we prefer to set the rears to 5 psi, and we range in the front from 8 to 5 depending on what type of terrain it is. Now, you can go lower, especially if you're going to be visiting something like snow or sand or even mud. This low pressure not only equates to a tire that can grip better off-road, but it offers a smoother ride as the lower air pressure acts as a secondary suspension of sorts. This allows the tire to soak up much of the terrain that would normally rattle you and your passengers all around. It's important to note that moving to such a low air pressure isn't easy on your tire. Our Ridge Grapplers are built with an exceptionally tough load range D sidewall that shares some of the same DNA as its race-proven brother, the Trail Grappler. While we have managed to scrape the faces of our beadlock rings a good bit, the tires are holding strong. In fact, we've been extremely impressed with how durable tires have been, especially in some of the rocky terrain that we found here at the Flats Off-Road Park in Marion, North Carolina. Speaking of the beadlock rings, there's one feature we especially like. That's the fact that the Machete comes with relief holes built in for water and debris to escape. This simple but very smart feature helps cut down on buildup in the wheel and removes any annoying puddling issue commonly found with other beadlock wheels. Having the safety and security of a beadlock is something every hardcore wheeler should consider. While the inner bead is not locked on this wheel, our experience has shown that a single beadlock wheel is still very effective at retaining the tire to the wheel. Overall, we've been extremely pleased with our setup and continue to look for ways to improve our Jeep both on the trail and off. While we'll have more adventures with our Wrangler coming soon, be sure to hit subscribe to our channel and check us out at drivingline.com to find out more about this tire and our new KMC Beadlock upgrade.